You piece of shit, get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
See this? Film this. Film this. Oh my God.
Look at you, little dick piece of shit!
You go.
Come on out here!
Oh, they
Come
got
on out
their
here!
God, yeah, they got it.
Okay, so they're driving over there. I'm gonna get back over there in a minute here, but I wanted to catch that all on camera first. They were trying to set up an anti-Islam sign on the U-Haul, and they started to get boxed in and then got out of there running over some protesters, or at least the protesters were blocking them. See, these were the people involved. They ripped off the sign, but they were able to get back that sign. So I had that all on camera.
Okay, so maybe
yeah.
there's a way to connect because he did tackle. I don't know. Can I press charges?
So my name is Kaylor Nygaard. It'll be on my YouTube channel. It's going to be public, all that. So if you want to
NYGARD.
I have yes.
paper note.
I'm also the precinct chair for my DFL too. So.
Okay, because I don't have any.
Do you want to write down your
YouTube
or whatever?
Here, do you mind just holding this for a second? Because I got people on here.
Did you get when he came and
I got it all.
Nice. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So I'm gonna go down there and I'm gonna keep recording these people. So yeah. So I saw him drive down this way. I'm gonna go see what's going on.
I have to make sure I find it first. I think I'm over here.
Yeah, so I'm Kaylor Nygaard. I'm live streaming right now. You see I got...
So did you see me almost get run over?
Yeah, it's all on there. So if you want to just go to my YouTube, it'll be public.
Kaylor what?
Kaylor, K-A-H.
Okay.
L-E-R.
Nygaard?
Yep. could see the fear in their eyes.
You could?
Yeah.
Did you see fear in mine?
No, I think you seem pretty locked in.
Oh my goodness. I
I have no idea who those guys are or what, but I mean, you can. It was Jake Lang. So you can go back to the start of the stream and see the action that went down. They put up an anti-Muslim sign. I forget exactly what it says, but it was something against Muslims in Islam. And then the protesters who are against ICE here greatly outnumber any right-wing agitators that have shown up. So there was a U-Haul with, it sounds like some cronies of Jake Lang were setting up a sign in a U-Haul. And there was also a guy in an SUV behind who seemed to be like directing the squad. And as they were putting that up, they were kind of fumbling. You could tell they were nervous and like, oh man, is this really happening? And then once protesters who were parking their cars saw this, they started to swarm and basically let them know that they're not welcome. I personally don't fall under the left or right spectrum. I fall under what's wrong or right. What justice and liberty for all. That's what I'm here for. Right now, we are by the Whipple building in Minnesota. This is the Twin Cities of Minnesota, right by the light rail station, actually. We can thank the great Jesse Ventura for having this light rail be built. He's the reason we have it to this day. Those hand warmers?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not close.
No worries. Forgot my gloves because I was so quick to try and get out of there from the action that I got. I'm gonna see where that U-Haul went, and I also know the SUV that they're operating out of. So I should be able to stay on top of where the right-wingers are, because that's definitely going to bring some chaos. I mean, I already got that on the stream when I showed up. Just trying to figure out where to park at the north lot. Okay, it looks like there's a rally over here going on.
We are grieving and we are angry. Are you angry? We know what's happening here at Whipple is not okay. We know nurses and all of our healthcare families are here. We know what needs to be done. And that care is required every hour of the day. You tell me, are these detainees in this building getting the care that they need? No! In my 2 decades of public health nursing,
Yeah, I'm guessing that's not the right-wing rally that's scheduled for 15 minutes from now, now 14 minutes. When I pulled into the parking lot, I found them getting ready. They had an anti-Islam flyer or banner on a U-Haul that they rented. And then protesters noticed this and reacted and were ripping off the banner, and I even saw some protesters ripping off a windshield wiper. They were blocking the vehicles from leaving, and that did not stop the vehicles from driving forward and pushing them out of the way. You can go right to the start of the live stream and you will see that footage. I guarantee I'm the only person who has that footage right now, so you'll probably see it on, thank you. You'll probably see it on the news here in a little bit. So I caught on my live stream footage of them setting up an anti-Islam sign, and then protesters tried blocking them, and then they literally used their cars to push the protesters out of the way. And it's on my live stream. The cops didn't see it. It was in the north lot of the parking lot. Yeah.
I didn't think that was open to the public. I thought that was only like you had to have a card or something.
No, not for the north lot.
Who used their cars to push them in?
It was the anti-Islam banner. That's all I know, and they had paramilitary gear on.
Okay.
Yep. They were driving a U-Haul in a black SUV, and the black SUV had Illinois plates. Yeah, if you go to the start of the live stream, you'll see people protesting, trying to block them in to isolate them, and then they drove by. You can see the protesters getting shoved out of the way in the north of the parking lot by the anti-Islam agitators. Sorry. You can tell this crowd is just absolutely packed here. So the 5 or so right-wing people that were trying to hold something at noon here, I don't think that's going to happen. And the only safe way I could see that happening is if the police section them off. But even then, I could see the protesters here breaking rank to resist.
Shopping cart as full as you can possibly get it, and then you should leave it somewhere in the store.
Do I have to pay? Okay. You see the nice people have coffee. There's hand warmers. I'm definitely going to need these. Dunkin', some snacks.
Why are you hiding? Why are you hiding behind a mask, you little shit? Fucking Fuck ICE. Get them out of Minnesota. Get the fuck out of Minnesota. You know what they can do? They can suck my blue hairy balls. And yeah, this is Friendly Minnesota Monster, just coming to you live from the Whipple Federal Building. If you can today, if you're watching this, make sure you donate to your local charities. Bring non-perishable food items, toiletries, and bring hard cash for rental assistance programs. Our immigrant and indigenous neighbors need your help now more than ever. We're gonna get ICE out of Minnesota, but we need to do it at every level. Do it, you can. March, protest, and boycott businesses that support these fuckers. Anywho, that's all I gotta say. Spread the Minnesota Monster out. Out. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You come out here and just say that you're clearing the street, but you're assisting ICE in every fucking way.
Sir.
So this is kind of the end of the crowd. There's some over there. The stream's about all the action that's going down here at the Whipple building. If you go to the start of the stream, you'll see that there was anti-Muslim people in a U-Haul setting up a banner. And they were blocked off by the left-wing protesters who saw and tried boxing them in, and then they drove them out of the way, basically. They didn't run them over, but they were hit about the same as the ICE officer that killed Goodman.
Get the fuck out of our state.
So if the officer officer feared for his life, then I wouldn't be surprised the protesters did too. They were asking about pressing charges. Of course, I'm not a police. The police are there. But I don't even think the police know that protesters were hit at this point. There were no police there monitoring the situation.
But so far they've just driven by once in a while. Man, I don't know about that.
They actually hit protesters in that U-Haul. It's on my live stream, Kaylor Nygaard, at the start. I'm the only one who caught it. Yes, they hit protesters that were trying to block them in. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. You can see the
No.
yeah.
Name and
Kaylor Nygaard. Kaylor Nygaard on my K-A-H-L-E-R, just like the Kaylor Grand Hotel in Rochester. Nygaard, N-Y-G-A-R-D. Yep. Yeah, they literally hit protesters with that U-Haul. I have it on camera. Go to the start of the live stream and you will see it. They hit just random protesters that were parking their cars or leaving their cars. They saw them setting up the anti-Islam banner, and the protesters blocked them in to try and isolate them, and then they hit the protesters and shoved them out of the way so they could get out of there. Now they've driven by a couple times on this road in front of everybody here. You can tell it's just packed full of people here. Yeah, they were standing in the way of the U-Haul. Yep. Yeah, Kaylor. Yep. Yep.
Thank you, Kaylor.
Yeah. If you need me as a witness, I'll be glad to testify. Yep. Give some first-hand eyewitness testimony.
yeah, rage is good.
Yeah, Pickle Rick over there. So they have these because they don't trust the police to keep them safe, so they're a community organization. What the fuck are the police? It's almost noon, so we'll see if these people actually try to hold a press conference somewhere. I doubt it. After what happened in the North Lot earlier.
Yeah, come out, buddy. It's getting cold out here, ain't it? This is a good time.
For the people just tuning in, we're at the Whipple building in Minneapolis.
Your mother shall swallow, suck that dildo. Are you gonna suck the dildo? Also, are you gonna suck the dildo? Don't suck those dildos.
It's down the road. It's down the road. It already was thrown in the middle of the street. Oh, it looks like there's another one in there. A waste of silicone.
I'm assuming there is something.
Yeah, we got a lot of them around here. We got 2 in there. One that I saw thrown over. So 3, 4, and 5. These things. So this is the protest at the Whipple building. If you go to the start of the stream, the right-wingers were in a U-Haul. They were putting up an anti-Islam banner. Protesters saw that, and then they literally hit the protesters with their U-Haul and SUV. The protesters responded by ripping off a windshield wiper as they were being hit. Nobody else is going to have that footage yet, unless they were watching this live stream.
Fuck you!
Looks like another silicone toy was thrown in the middle of the road there.
Yeah, baby. Give it
See, look at how many of them there are. I don't know why this is a thing, but apparently it's a thing. Throwing these silicone toys at those who enter over here.
Fuck, guys.
So we haven't seen the U-Haul recently here. So I have no idea where the right-wingers are who had the anti-Islam banner and U-Haul, and there was a black SUV as well. Yeah, he's going fast.
But that Jeep could have been like, it's hard to tell, dude. Most Jeeps are really good.
What ended up happening?
That's kind of where I'm feeling like this is a little bit more of a scam than what's happening.
They're throwing ice out the window.
Of course they are.
Yeah, I'm sure plenty of these people have a Monday through Friday job. So to say that they're all unemployed, I think is kind of missing that point here. And to say that they're paid, I think you misunderstand the progressive and leftist base in Minnesota, who is very active. This is probably one of the most active states for leftist ideology.
You okay, buddy?
Dude, I'm a DFL precinct chair. You're really doing that in my ear?
Are you okay, dude?
What?
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Are
Because
you
you don't
okay?
need to do that,
Are
man.
you okay?
What?
Are you okay?
Are you not a
Are you
leftist?
okay?
Are you not socialist?
Why are you antagonizing right now?
What am I antagonizing?
Are you okay?
You really think I'm antagonizing? Okay.
Are you okay, dude?
Dude, why don't you go look on my live stream?
Are you a socialist?
No, I'm a progressive who wants to end the drug war, and I'm also a vegan. So, how many right-wing vegans do you know? I just want to know, how many do you know?
Let's see. Wasn't Hitler a vegetarian?
What does that have to do with veganism?
What is being right-wing and not? But you're not making any sense, buddy.
Yeah,
Go
dude.
on, go on.
It's just like the same people who decide to protest Tim Walz, right? Why would you protest an ally to the cause? Oh yeah, they're gonna get me. I'm so scared. It doesn't matter that I'm literally in the DFL. I'll be attacked apparently because I'm rightfully pointing out that this is a leftist organization. Like, you shouldn't be embarrassed. The left fighting the left happened yesterday outside of Tim Walz's mansion. If you were there, they were protesting against Tim Walz for not responding hard enough against the ICE.
Over here? Can you grab some?
This is outside the Whipple building. I think he's upset with me. I'll walk around.
Get off the road now.
Okay.
This way.
This way?
Yell
Okay.
it! Calm down, you fucking trigger happy bitch!
Not necessary.
I would gladly, you don't have to grab me, man. I'll do what you ask. I was filming, I'm pressed.
Coward!
I wasn't impeding traffic. Maybe because they have guns and I don't have a gun. Why would I resist an officer? If they're gonna arrest me, they're gonna arrest me. It can always be solved after the fact. Dude, I'm my own guy.
But instead we had Heightened County Sheriff doing ISIS job for them. Good job. What the fuck are you doing here? Don't use your shooting kids, Heightened County Sheriff. Nobody wants you here. Nobody wants you here, Heightened County Sheriff. If you're doing jobs for doing, you're a fucking nut. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody fucking wants you.
Cheer for blocks from the Capitol.
We'll take a break in the crowd and keep moving. You have a good day, man.
You too. Stay safe.
Yeah, I'm not that upset. That police officer was way more upset and frazzled than I was. Dude, I grew up smoking pot, so to think that I haven't been manhandled by police before, it's like, come on.
Our country is not a carnival!
Yeah, I think that guy with the death whistle is an agitator, but that's just me.
Our country is not a carnival!
Yeah, I got caught. What was the punishment? Oh, he grabbed me and told me aggressively to get off the street. It's gonna totally change my life.
Fucking cowards! Cowards, we fucking see you! We see you! We fucking see your asses! Show us you're not a person!
They were flicking off the crowd.
Hey, where did you ever get them?
I don't know, I just found this through
That is new. I've never seen that.
Oh, I see it. Oh, okay.
I feel apple on those stuff.
So yeah, it doesn't look like that the conservatives that thought they were going to be doing a rally or a press conference out here, it doesn't seem like it's happening.
These are, if you make sure that you rinse with water first. This is for your skin, not for your eyes.
Okay, I have a question. Do you know what?
Do you mind if I get a hand warmer?
Oh, yeah.
Just one.
Pack of them. Yep, there you go.
Christy Noel is a bird down the hall. Christy Noel is a bird down the hall. Christy Noel is a bird down the hall. Down the hall, down the hall. Christy Noel is a bird down the hall. Christy Noel is a bird down the hall. Christy Noel is a bird down the hall. Down the hall, down the hall. Christy Noel is a bird down the hall. Christy Noel is a bird down the hall. Christy Noel is a bird down the hall.
Oh look, there's somebody in the street. Here, police, tackle it, get upset at him. He's in the streets. How dare he? Oh look, there's another press guy in the streets. Doesn't seem to be blocking the road, and I think that's what matters. Impeding traffic is a crime. Walking along the street is not. That's the thing. I actually know the law in Minnesota. Yeah, there's a cop with the lights on. It seems like more and more police keep showing up here. She vetoed cannabis. Who vetoes the will of the people? Kristi Noem does. The people of South Dakota voted to make cannabis legal, and Kristi Noem violated it. Throwing them at her. That's hilarious. So they're throwing silicone toys. Show me where it's illegal to walk on a roadway other than a freeway in Minnesota.
Yeah, I saw your.
Everybody just needs to remember when the time comes, and it probably will, it'll be just as easy to throw Molotovs. And with this many people throwing them, focus on your
I prefer voting and working within the system, but that's just me. So I was saying you can throw Molotovs like you can these silicone toys that line the fences.
Fuck you, Hennepin County Sheriff. Eat 'em dick, Hennepin County Sheriff.
Dude, I was already on the no-fly list. You can easily look that up. So, yeah, the FBI knows who I am. Let them know even more. Let them know I'm back on the scene.
That's right.
Yeah, that's not my thing. I want to do this politically if we're going to bring about change. I don't think violence is the answer.
Anybody who protects Nazis is a fucking Nazi! You can Google what happened to Nazis, bitch! You did not protect us. Bye. Give him a dildo! You do nothing. Poor to the people. You want a dildo? Come here and Kristi Noem is a bird that a hoe. Kristi Noem is a bird that a hoe. Kristi Noem is a bird that a hoe. That hoe has got to go. Kristi Noem is a bird that a hoe. Kristi Noem is a
So for people just coming in here, if you go to the start of the live stream, I caught the...
This is like the word ice or not. You are going to spell ice out, but does it look like the word ice?
I don't see it personally, but then again, I mean, this I can tell is a C.
That's I.
I. Yeah, maybe the E needs a little bit more work. But I can definitely see the I and the C there.
And then that.
Yeah.
Fuck you!
What do you think, chat? Is that a ice? Does that spell ice? If you think it spells ice, give us a subscribe. If you think it doesn't, do a like. And if you think everybody here is just crazy and needs to get a job, comment in the chat. So you can definitely tell the crowd's starting to work their way more into the street. It wasn't this far in before. But it's because we're all trying to get the good camera angle on what's going on. And you kind of have to work towards the front of the crowd to get that good angle.
Get out of the street.
You say that. Well, I'm already on a list somewhere. No longer on the no-fly list or quad S list, but who knows? It can always change.
Fuck you, federal Nazi fucks.
What's the exact crime that's going on here? Just spell it out what you think is going on that's illegal. I know somebody else who has a list, and his name is Santa. You can see a bunch of silicone toys being thrown. Yeah, impeding traffic is illegal, but just walking on the street, on the side of the street here is not impeding traffic. As long as you get out of the way of it. But at the same time, I can tell that the crowd is starting to move out more and more into the street. Oh, they're coming out. The police are coming out.
Fuck you, Nazis. Fuck you, Nazis.
Try and stop him.
I'm on your fucking side, you dipshit! I'm on your fucking side, Jolly Good Ginger! I'm on your fucking side! Hey! Yeah! It says Nuremberg! It says Nuremberg! It says Nuremberg!
My bad, I was too excited.
You fucking dumb shit! Why are you nervous? You're acting like you don't belong here. Why are you nervous? Why are you so nervous? Why are you so nervous? Why are you so nervous then? If you belong here, why are you so nervous? Get out of here. Get out of here. You're not welcome. Get out of here.
This, some guy back here just broke it. Sorry. Hey, they're gonna arrest you.
Everybody grab the computer! Grab the computer! Don't risk it!
So this guy is Jolly Green Ginger, I believe. Well, that's what he at least said. And the people are still throwing stuff at him, despite him saying he's on the side. And this happens way too much, that people think policing their own, they're gonna assault and attack people. That guy probably is not on that side, bro. Here come the police.
Nobody wants you here.
Hey, so the police they're being called in if we don't back up. We gotta back up and not give them the opportunity. We gotta back up and not give them the opportunity to come in here. Everybody back up, please. Do not give them an excuse. Back up. Yeah, see if we can get the crowd to. We don't want the police to stop the protest.
Oh, man, this ain't done. Stay back up You're in a good Minnesota crowd when 80% of them have masks.
You can't get past these. Look at those fucking shields. I got fucking public and public goods. Fuck you. Fuck you. Abolish ICE now. Abolish ICE now. Abolish ICE now. You get it. Fuck yeah. Fuck right. You get it. I
I think that's full of sheriffs in that van. That van is full of sheriffs.
Yeah, it could be them trying to stop us.
Hey, they're trying to use the excuse we're in the road. So if we back up, we get rid of their excuse. We need to back up. We need to get back. We need to get back.
Oh, I see that's national. That's National Guard.
Okay, well, they're still going to be called in.
They will. Yeah, they will.
Your ex-wife's waiting for you to sign the divorce papers. Your ex-wife's waiting for you for the divorce papers. I have the papers. Deport Nicki Minaj. Deport Nicki Minaj. Deport Nicki Minaj. She's a fake out of super base. Her fake super base ain't real. Her butt's not real. Her face ain't real. I want Cardi B to smack the shit out of her. Yeah, Yahoo. 911, what's your emergency? I need Nicki Minaj supporters. 911, what's your emergency? Yeah, I have Nicki Minaj supporters already. Hey. 911, what's your emergency? Come Nicki Minaj supporters. 911, what's your emergency? Can you already suck those dildos already? Suck those dildos. You better go suck those dildos, officer. You can get pussy. Thank you. Also, I found your glory hole. I found your glory hole. It's over here. It's very tiny. Very tiny, just like yours. Very tiny, just like yours. Officer, I found your glory hole. It's very tiny, just like yours. I have your wife's divorce papers over here. It's in my bag. It's very heavy. There's so many here. Officer, your divorce papers are in there. I have so many. That's why it's so heavy. They don't want pedophiles to get married to you.
I think the crowd settled down enough that the police aren't coming in now. And they're not totally impeding traffic. But, like I said, it keeps moving further and further out into the road.
Divorce papers now. Officer, can you look at your divorce papers yet? Officer, can you go sign your divorce papers yet?
I mean, it is starting to get that way. They're trying to take shots of this.
Officer, you're going all day tiny, just like yours. Officer, I found your ball tag. I found your ball tag. Very tiny. I found your ball tag very tiny today. I found the officer's ball tag.
Yeah, are they actually going to throw it down when stuff happens? And
Officer, I found your ball tag. Officer, there's no ball tag right here.
My guess is the roads are going to start being blocked off by police here soon. This car that's leaving, that car just left the Whipple building that's driving by. Let's see what happens. That vehicle just left the Whipple building. Nothing happened. Hey, there's a car coming. If we impede traffic, they're going to shut down the protests. These people left the Whipple building too. Another police car showing up. Oh, don't worry. I'm on the list already. They know who I am. Don't need to doubt that. Just look on my YouTube. My biggest video has to do with me being formerly on the no-fly list. And that was actually under the Obama administration. Here they come. It's not bragging, it's just the truth, man. The protesters still seem loud. I don't know what you're talking about. You can see they keep kind of blocking in here with more and more police. And then my guess is they're going to start pushing people back. No, I think I'm cool for setting the record on the Gauley River for the highest descent flow. 24,000 or so CFS. That's what I think I'm cool for. I think I'm cool because I've saved lives. One on the Gauley River right before she got sucked under shipwreck rock. I pulled her out. I'm proud of that.
Get out your car and fucking do something! Fucking loser.
They won't tell you. It's state secrets for the no-fly list, so. Somebody's ready to get arrested here, because that's what they're going to do. Look at everybody like, oh, swarm, she's laying down. I would say this is impeding traffic at this point, yeah. See, before it wasn't. When the officer got upset at me, I was not impeding traffic, but this definitely is. They're gonna shoot tear gas at us. So right now the protest is officially spilling over into the road after the actions of somebody who laid down, and now everybody's kind of swarming out. You could see multiple silicone toys attached to that truck as it drove by. Oh yeah, the police cars are getting closer. I think they're just waiting for the word from probably Governor Walz, to be honest, or the Hennepin County Sheriff. They're probably in talks right now about when do we intervene. They don't, considering this is a progressive base, usually they don't want to intervene in protests like this.
Second, piggies! Second!
But just yesterday, there was a protest outside Tim Walz's governor office, and it wasn't about fraud. It was about him not responding in a significant enough manner to the ICE insurgency. That's what that protest was about. So it was leftists saying Tim Walz is not leftist enough. Hey, now you're saying soys. I like my tofu. I think everybody should go vegan. If you want to look at the Colorado River, the majority of the water is used for animal agriculture. So if you got rid of the animal agriculture on the Colorado River, there would be no water crisis. Oh, dang. These people with the shields do not play. They are ready. I was saying the people with the shields do not play. They are ready to throw down.
No, well, we've been at Broadview since the start, so.
Yep, I hear you.
Fuck you, Nazi complier!
Yeah, everyone that came out.
That guy might want to tie his shoes, though. It's not going to help having your shoes untied if you're going to be throwing down with anybody. Oh, here come the police.
Hey! Guys, heads up!
Oh, they're bringing pepper spray, too. They're armed. I don't want any of that in my eyes.
We have it for
That's my weed. Pepper spray.
Fuck you, Nazi compliers! Fuck you! Fuck you, Nazi compliers! Nazi fucking compliers! Aiding and abetting murder! It's a murder! Fuck you!
Please just step back. Please. Simple as.
It hasn't been declared unlawful yet. If people go back, will that help?
Show your fucking face, you coward!
Why don't you show your face?
Why don't you give this guy an
Just calm down. Yes, we need to calm down. They're gonna shoot us with pepper spray.
Say what the fuck you want, I'll say what the fuck I want.
Okay, but you can say it without being angry.
Nazi's got a fucking hole! Nazi pieces of shit!
Yeah, real. Yeah, real scary crowd. Better pepper spray us, huh? We're a real threat to the society, huh?
Kevin's protecting ice!
The one thing I would say is if police are going to be doing control like this, they should not be wearing guns.
No.
There's just too much danger that would
Who are you
happen.
gonna shoot today, huh? Is it gonna be me? Is it gonna be the people next to me?
I would, they can use other things but not guns. There's no reason to have a gun on them right now. Yep, and one guy was pointing out they have pepper spray.
Fuck you, sir! Fascist! Fucking fascist!
Excuse me.
My ball is ice now. 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 Obviously, trying to get sued, trying to get divorce papers. 911, what's your emergency? I have your divorce papers. Officer, I have your divorce papers over here. Officer, I have your divorce papers.
Yeah, what's the proper response here when you have the police asking you to move back? Is it to comply and just move back and continue to peacefully protest? Or is it to get upset, angry, yell at them? At the DFL caucuses that I recently went to, there was an ask specifically of the protesters to stay nonviolent. That's what the average DFL member wants. But when you have people on the far left here, they really want to push back.
Officer, trying to get your divorce papers in my bag. Need to sign divorce papers. After many. So no one stays tired of. Why are you not letters in the street? You don't pay your taxes. 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 But I'm still waiting for you to sign your divorce papers. Oh, shut up, I don't care. I'm still waiting for the divorce papers.
They're throwing dildos at the police now. Yeah, I'm not saying we should be aggressive towards law enforcement. I mean, they were aggressive towards me earlier, but you don't have to respond in kind. The goal is to be nonviolent out here. Some people don't agree with that, of course, but that's my stance on it.
Why are you instigating?
Well, this whole protest really started today because they were told that there was going to be a conservative press conference that they wanted to disrupt. And I'd say that successfully happened because I haven't seen or heard of a right-wing press conference. If anybody does know where that's at, I'd love to go record.
And you guys are interrupting.
Thinks I'm afraid of going up front. I'm not afraid of going up front. I was just trying to get a good angle, buddy. Okay, look, I'm right next to the police car. There you go. You happy?
I'm just trying to have some fun with us.
It's just not a good angle down here. Here, I'm gonna set up the camera somewhere. I need to get these hand warmers on. I'm freezing. See if I can get a good angle. You can see the protesters are starting to swarm the cop cars. At least on the front side of them. Let me just get these hand warmers up and then I'll get a much better view of what's going on. Dude, you keep calling me a coward yet. When that one guy was blowing a whistle in my face trying to call me right wing or whatever, I stood up right to him. I won't let anybody bully me around, man. Yeah, weak liberal, man. That's why I've set the record on the Gauley River for the highest descent flow, right? Let's see you go run some big white water. It's hilarious. You sit at home, oh, he's a coward. You probably have done nothing with your life.
Eyes and sheriff. I have it the most painful over here.
Due process is a constitutional right, no matter what your citizenship status is.
The voice of the people to peacefully assemble.
Yeah, I've also saved lives when I was on a cat boat. Saved a woman who was just about to get sucked under shipwreck. Go look up Shipwreck Rock and look at how many people have died there. There's also an article out there of me saving 2 lives with my father on Berthoud Pass. Yeah, I don't care, like, call me a coward. It's just not true. And I appreciate the engagement. You know, every time you comment, that helps drive the algorithm for me. So comment I'm a coward all you want, buddy. I love monetizing the haters. Thank you. Coward in chat, put it in, coward. I love it. Thank you. Dude, maybe you can get a top fan badge for typing it enough.
The right of the people to peacefully assemble. The right of the people to peacefully assemble. The right of the people to peacefully assemble. The right of the people to
Yeah, but I agree, we have the peaceful right to assemble, but at some points it was getting violent. They even attacked somebody who is a known protester against ICE. And then the people, like, it took him a minute to realize he was on the side of the protesters. So there definitely is a lot of chaos going on here. Yeah, if you look at my live stream yesterday, it was outside the governor's mansion in Minnesota, and Tim Walz is a DFL member, Democrat candidate for vice president next to Kamala, and the protesters were actually protesting him, believe it or not. And some of you conservatives might think, oh, are they finally care about fraud? No, it wasn't about fraud. It was about him and his tepid response to ICE.
The right of the people to peacefully assemble. The right of the people to peacefully assemble. The right of the people to peacefully assemble. The right of the people.
Oh, no, I care about fraud. I think anybody tied to the fraud should be kicked out of the party, to be honest. But I'm not in charge of the party. I'm merely a DFL precinct chair, trying to do what I can non-violently to advance my political beliefs. I'd say I'm more of a Jared Paulus Democrat. He's the governor in Colorado, who's a Democrat.
They don't know how to read, they've never read the Constitution.
Maybe upside down.
They never went to the same grade. They didn't graduate high school.
I have the book papers.
Well, some people, yeah, definitely are. When they say worker solidarity, they're talking about socialism more likely. Some people may be communist. If you read Karl Marx, socialism is a stepping stone to communism, where you allow capitalism to accrue a lot of wealth and then you seize the means of production. Personally, I'm more of a Hubert Humphrey guy, or Walter Mondale, or Jared Paulus, maybe throw in some Jesse Ventura. Okay, we'll see what's going on at the front. Seems pretty chill here.
Couldn't get another one, could ya? You're unemployable. You're deplorable.
Now you gonna pick up dildos for a job, you little bitch! Hey!
I'm sorry. Thank you so much. There you go. That's a good angle. So this is a protest. There have been protests here weekly. But at noon, there was supposed to be a right-wing press conference that people came here to resist. And if you go to the start of my live stream, the right-wingers were setting up in a U-Haul that was anti-Islam. And then protesters saw that, swarmed that U-Haul and the SUV with them, trying to block them in. And they actually drove into the protesters and hit them. And one of the protesters whipped the windshield wiper off the U-Haul. That's at the start of the live stream if you go back to the beginning. Where was this at? This was in the north lot, right when I started filming an hour and a half ago.
Here at Whipple?
Yeah, here at Whipple at the north lot.
Who's U-Haul?
It was the right-wingers. I don't know. It was an anti-Islamic banner.
Sure, I see. The Jake Lang boys.
Yeah, I don't follow them, so I wouldn't know.
Sure, I
Quit smoking weed. I'm getting sleepy. Getting much too relaxed. End the drug war.
Prosecute ICE! Prosecute ICE! Prosecute ICE, not us!
Follow along, everybody. Follow along. You know, just let people grow their own drugs. Legalize poppy, coca, cannabis, mushrooms. Anything that's natural, people should be able to grow.
I like it.
Can't object. Hey, for all you Christian conservatives trolling the stream, go look up Genesis 1:29. It's pretty clear God gave us every single herb-bearing seed for our benefit. It says right there in the Bible.
Bodyguard for an organization that is led by pedophiles. The constant fight for useful people.
Oh, yeah, here come the cops. Some cops are back there. They're saying the cops are coming from behind. They're going to corner this protest. I'm pretty sure the liberals are the ones who are behind the Me Too. So if you want to say progressives and liberals don't care about people being sexually assaulted, that's absolutely false. It's the whole reason Hollywood started to get cleaned up in Epstein was because of that.
Everyone that's watching should be following.
Isn't it funny how Alex Jones is like, all he should be talking about is Epstein files, but he thinks it's a nothing burger. Just shows you how he's been controlled opposition from the start.
Izzy, thanks for following. Really appreciate it.
I can use that as like a little handle to hold on to. If I fall, if I'm about to fall, I just any gas back here or no? No?
It's so God, please shut up.
Protester and a sheriff deputy getting chummy over there, having a good time. Another dildo was just thrown at the police.
Election year. Just remember that it's re-election year. You have been helping us. Not a good look for you guys.
Busy, too funny, too funny.
There must not be some records around here.
Learn how to use beard products. It'll make you look better. Instead, you look like a Nazi right now. And then if you trimmed it up into better care, you wouldn't look like a Nazi. Oh wait, you're still standing with us. That won't change.
If you look down, way down there,
One question for you fine officers.
they're swarming that cop car, putting dildos on it.
Show us your chocolate starfish. Let me see that bottle. He says, thank you,
This is at the Whipple, the Bishop Henry Whipple Federal Building.
Detention center.
Detention center, okay. So apparently they've been...
Phrasing.
Okay. We are in Minnesota. Tim Walz is our governor.
What does it feel like to run private security for Nazis? It feels good, huh? Now you're officially a Nazi, now that you're running security.
I thought you guys were supposed to catch bad guys. They're over there. Just in case you forgot, the bad guys are behind you. That means like turn around and look at that big building with a pig pen in. Yeah, they're over there. They're over there.
More like the thin blue line between people and ice.
There's a white woman with a whistle behind you there.
You're the thin blue line between the people and ice. Good job. Good job, officers. Good job. The thin blue line between the people and ice. Think of yourself as the cop on the couch as we fuck ice.
To protect and serve. To protect and serve.
You're the cop on the couch where we fuck ice. How does it feel to not be included in fucking ice? Go home and kiss your kids. Oh wait, your ex-wife took them from you. Sorry. I'm sorry. I wish you could go kiss your kids, but your ex-wife
I thought Todd had dreams of being a police officer but catching bad guys. You guys are doing a really bad job at that. It's like right behind you. It's there. Like right over there. You can't fucking miss it. They look like a bunch of fucking crabs over there. Dressed as fucking Nazis. They're over there. Not here. They're over there. Hey, how's your day at work going? Are you if you were my parent, I'd kill myself. 100% straight up. Why is one of you forced to stand against the other fence? Do your co-workers not like you? The guy with the Blue Matters flag is a agitator. Why are you all alone over there? Running your goddamn car, cleaning excess fucking carbon monoxide. Fuck you. Fuck you.
The guy's upset that they're running the vehicles. Honestly, if they're just going to stand outside, then they probably shouldn't be running them. That is taxpayer money just going out the tube.
Some of those are touching stuff though, they're using on those. It's so
I still have your divorce papers in my pocket. Your ex-wife wants to sign that. Your ex-wife wants to sign the divorce papers. Got a bug? Hey, here's the
Yeah, you piece of shit. Get fucked, you coward.
I thought you were supposed to be in timeout, Mr. Neck Gator Man.
Draw fucking line, man.
Who's street? 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 Hey, give me a like and a subscribe. I really appreciate it.
Never be divided. The people united will never fucking be divided.
And if anybody wants to send a super chat, I will read it live on air and in front of the crowd. So anything you want said, I will say.
We must see everyone driving through somewhere else. There hasn't been a car through here in 15 minutes.
It's a super chat, not a super hat. Thank you. I appreciate the likes and subscribes. You guys are the real homies.
This is what democracy looks like. 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 This is what democracy looks like.
We still have a lot of primaries for the Democrat DFL caucuses. Minnesota actually has the DFL, which is different from the National Democratic Party because it combined with the Farmer Labor Party back in the day in the mid-20th century. So I would suggest that is more democracy, actually participating in the political process. This is more of protesting and street action against a right-wing press conference that was supposed to happen here today. If you go to the start of my stream, they were getting set up with an anti-Islam banner, Islamic banner on the U-Haul when protesters swarmed, and they drove into the protesters to get out of there.
Your family hates you! America hates
Let's
you!
take a look at the super chat.
Fast as fuck! Pigs! Who's most bacon?
So we got a super chat that says ICE can go to hell. Thank you, Overpowered. I really appreciate it. Like I said, send me the super chat and I will say it to the crowd.
Office, someone's fucking wife, office, your ex-wife. Office, they're waiting for the divorce papers. I still have the divorce papers. Well, I need you to sign the divorce papers for me, thank you. I have so many ex-wives to sign for you.
Love your shit. Keep it up. Keep up the good work, y'all.
There's too many women for you to sign, ex-wife.
We're outside the Whipple Federal Building where white supremacists and neo-Nazi Jake Lanes are being arrested.
All right, we got John 622, who gave a huge $1.99, really doing the minimum, and he thinks Trump and ICE are doing a great job. I think these protesters would disagree with that.
Community members protesting. The fact that ICE is here, like I said, the sheriffs are protecting that Whipple Federal Building and demanding the release.
We got John Elberfeld, who says, whoop, whoop, it's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop, it's the sound of the beast.
Y'all are complacent and protecting
So thank you for that super chat. I really appreciate it. Whoop, whoop, the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop, the sound of the beast. Nick Beam with a huge $2 super chat. Get a job. People are here on the weekend, so they probably have jobs. Useful idiots are just sheep on the left. Yeah, I don't think I agree with that one, buddy.
We can see your pussy!
But thanks for your $2 anyways.
You're protecting murderers! Fucking tear the fascists down! Like Woody Guthrie said, tear the fascists down! There's no police in heaven!
I'd say the drug war is fascist and that needs to end.
Hey, fuck the drug war. Fucking waste of money, waste of time.
What the fuck?
Please remain on standby.
All right, just because he put out the $5 one, I'm going to say it again. Whoop, whoop, it's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, it's the sound of the beast.
Hootie hoo! Yeah, Schmo!
Well, it's definitely collectivist at the minimum. We got this guy smoking a blunt down there. Pass the blunt, bro.
The black and mild.
Oh, it is a black and mild.
I smoke some weed, I got some.
Okay, I'm down.
It's not rolled up, it's gotta be in a pipe, but.
Hey, whatever way works, right? I'll use an apple if I need to.
Fuck yeah. Fuck. You need a fucking cigarette.
Somebody says, I'm gonna take a Trump now. I think they're referring to going to the bathroom.
Hey, you want any gummy bears?
No gelatin.
Oh, I got you.
Why are you fucking gathering? You're wasting your job and protecting fucking criminals! Is that why
why you took this job?
All right, we got another super chat here who says Trump and ICE need to get out of office and go to prison. Thank you, Sean Wright, for that super chat.
Yeah, Trump's a fucking pedophile. Start from the White House.
If you want me to say something to the crowd, put up a super chat.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
You're a legend. Thank you.
So this is at the Whipple detention facility here in Minnesota. There was
What? You hear what Jake or Edward Lang did?
What, that he ran over people?
No, he fucking drove by in a truck and threw ice cubes at people and left immediately. That was his rally.
Because I saw there was a U-Haul truck when I first got here and was parking, and they put up an anti-Islamic banner, and then the protesters saw that and started just swarming to block them in, and then they literally hit the people to get out of there. And so I have that on camera of them hitting the protesters, and one of the protesters actually ripped off the windshield wiper as they were being hit.
Fucking send that in the media.
I know, right? I'm sure it'll end up on the nightly news once I get home and cut it out. And then one of the ladies who was hit, I think actually two of them, wanted to press charges, so I might have to end up testifying.
One of these cops punched this black woman in the chest and she like got the wind knocked out of her. Couldn't breathe for like 5 fucking minutes. They had to get her water and shit.
Yeah, but Genesis 1:29 comes before Romans. Okay, and Romans is like the establishment of ancient history. So when you point to Romans in the Bible, you know, that's just kissing the ass of the establishment.
Straight up. Jesus said the most important commandment is the second commandment. Love thy neighbor as you would love thyself.
So we got another super chat here. Thank you so much, ARSC24. I really appreciate it.
I want to talk to them now, okay? Just for your dog. That's why I'm waiting for you with the divorce paper. Behind the five, waiting for you with the divorce paper.
There's no police in
I have divorce papers in my pocket for you.
There's no police in heaven. Look how different you are.
Officer, I have the divorce papers right
I think the police here have accomplished their goal. It seems to be what was going on is they want that access to the Whipple building to be available, and you can see the cars coming in and out. So that was, I think, the main concern. Thank you, Holland4623, for that super chat. Johnny Rivers, yes, Your Honor, I was filming idiots that day. Ha.
Howard! He's loading up! He's loading up! That fucking inbred ginger's loading up!
Oh yeah, the guy is loading up rubber bullets into his...
Yeah, he's the one without a name badge too. No name badge.
A no name badge, so that means he doesn't have his name posted there.
It's illegal. There's no call police and have it.
Yeah, right? I mean, can you find a different narrative than get a job? Like, at least update it for the current events. I totally agree with that.
Weekend. Most people have the fucking weekends off.
I know, right? People are standing here in below freezing cold because they were wanting to stop and at least show that the support on the streets is not with the Jake Lang crowd.
Edward Lang.
Edward Lang. I don't know who he is. I just hear him. I don't follow these people.
That's what it said in booking. Edward Jacob Lang. He's a fucking pussy.
I will say I've listened to Alex Jones for a long time, not because I believe him, but just to hear what the conspiracy wing of the right-wingers have said. And it's interesting that now that the Epstein files are out and his buddy Trump is implicated, he's saying it's a nothing burger, and we got to move on from it.
Our street! Our street! Our street! Our street! Our street! Our street!
You know, if George Soros wants to send me a check, I'd love that. But the only people I'm getting paid by are the super chats, and I appreciate every single one of you that have sent one in. Thank you.
Oh look, there's a bus full of fucking criminals.
Man, there's a convoy heading out right there.
There's the real criminals. Prosecute those fuckers. Cowards.
United we stand, divided we fall, justice for all. I love that. Thank you, ARSC 24. Thank you so much for that. United we stand. Absolutely. Divided we fall, justice for all. Sean Wright says Trump needs to go to jail and be charged for conspiracy against people of the United States of America. Thank you, Sean Wright. I'm going to say it again because Sean Wright did a big $10 super chat. Thank you, Sean Wright.
Thanks, Sean.
Trump needs to go to jail and be charged for conspiracy against people of the United States of America. That's what Sean Wright thinks, and sounds like the crowd agrees.
We know you guys are bullying. It's okay.
Hey, I understand not everybody can send a super chat. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. I really appreciate it.
Seek mental health.
Hey, like I said, if you have an alternative view to these protesters, I'll say it, but you got to do the super chat.
Fascist! 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 Fascist!
Okay, Sean Wright, 2TR. We're going to say it again. Trump needs to go to jail and be charged for conspiracy against people of the United States of America.
Vote in the midterm elections so we can impeach this motherfucker again.
Yeah, if you are siding with the protesters here, I encourage you to go to your local caucus precinct and participate in the primary process. Engage in democracy.
Make your voice heard.
I don't understand why you think they're jobless. This is Saturday. This is not during the weekday.
Fascist! Fuck y'all!
Overfoot, could you show him how to do an alphabet push-up? My first beard. That's cute, bro.
Shave those pubes off your face. Let me guess, the B stands for
We are live outside the Whipple detention facility.
Bitch smack Namera!
When they arrest somebody for immigration crimes, that's where they bring them. And then they ship them off to typically Texas or Florida.
The beast!
And from what I heard, they don't even give you a return ticket back if you're found to be innocent. Now, before this super chat goes away, we're going to say it again since it's a nice big $10 one from Sean Wright. Trump needs to go to jail and be charged for conspiracy against people of the United States of America. Thank you, Sean Wright. I really appreciate your support. All right, we got Sergeant in Greenleaf. He says protesters are mentalists who couldn't hold a job in a gas station, contribute nothing meaningful to society, regular people of sick of all yours. All yous?
Oh, what an idiot! What a fucking idiot!
He's got 1 like versus 20 with the other super chat.
I've got a career, I guarantee I get paid more than him, and here I am.
There we go. So we've got one confirmed job.
And I don't work at a fucking gas station.
Hey, but there's nothing wrong with working at a gas station.
Absolutely not.
A job's a job.
Sorry, you fucking losers have to work weekends, but... And again, nothing wrong with working weekends. That's honorable as fuck. But don't act like these people don't have jobs. We just use our spare time to fucking tear the fascists down.
Well, I think they don't understand Minnesota, because Minnesota, back when Reagan won 49 states, the only state that did not go to Reagan was Minnesota.
Since fucking the 70s we voted blue.
Damn, it's up to 30 likes from Sergeant and Greenleaf. Seems to be a lot of MAGA in the chat.
Take your fucking fingers off the trigger, pussy.
We got Trump Bunny 24. Sounds like a very Christian person they've got a Playboy bunny for their avatar, so you can tell that that's why they support Trump, is because he's a Christian. He says anti-Ice Cube equals pro-pedos. I don't think anybody here is pro-pedos. I think if you ask them, they're upset that the Epstein list isn't being taken seriously.
Elon Musk is a pedo. Fucking Trump's a pedo. J.D. Vance is a couch fucker. Christy Noam is a dirty fucking hoe.
Yeah, I don't think anybody here is pro-pedo. That's definitely an opinion, but I don't think it's fact. Thank you for your super chat, though. I need the money, so I appreciate it.
Hell yeah, support this patriot. The world is watching.
This one guy hopes that they would use aircraft to bomb us. He wishes the government would turn B-2s on you people. Another one says the sole blame of these deportations are on your Biden and Harris. that recklessly and dangerously let 15.8 million illegal immigrants to invade our country. No, I read that one chat multiple times because it was a $10 chat. I really appreciate that. $10 or above, I will read it more than once. Look at that one sheriff deputy smiling. This guy hasn't had a smile the whole time. You can tell he ain't happy with his first name's Bitch. Bitch McNamara. Well, there's been a few other that have been chill. You can see that sheriff deputy's pretty chill right there.
Look at this dude's got the mark of the beast on his fucking badge. 666.
All right, Gringo says UK Americans have no idea what living under communism and fascism is. It's so pathetic. I'm not a fan of communism. I'm a Hubert Humphrey Democrat, a Jared Paulus Democrat. Look him up. Hubert Humphrey was a part of the Diaper Brigade, and he was essential for passing civil rights in Minnesota, but he also fought the communist wing of the DFL and take control. So that's the thing, you know, conservatives think that everybody who's left of them is all on the same side, and they're not. There's different factions of the DFL and the Democrat Party. And then there's people like the Democratic Socialists who are separate from the Democratic Party. Jane Doe Jehovah says liberals are fighting an imaginary regime. I don't think Trump is imaginary.
Murderers aren't imaginary either, you fucking idiot. Fuck you! Fuck you! Nazis! Look at this dude fucking fuck you!
For people just tuning in, we are at the Whipple detention facility here in Minnesota. This protest was organized to resist the right-wing press conference that was scheduled for today here. Seems that did not happen. I was told Jake Lang came and tossed ice cubes at protesters and drove off, and that was his big press conference. Hubert Humphrey is why the Civil Rights Act got passed. So, and he's also the Happy Warrior of Minnesota, which Paul Wellstone also incorporated. And Wellstone would have won if it wasn't for that plane crash. Hubert Humphrey was a part, it was called the Diaper Brigade. Look that up. Looks like another military truck is leaving the Whipple building. So for the people just tuning in, if you put up a super chat, I will read it. Anything over $10, I'll read twice. And if I like it, I might even read it more than twice. Johnny Rivers says, keep role playing in your bedrooms. In the bedroom, bros. Keep role playing in the bedroom, bros. Thank you, Johnny Rivers. Gringo says, I'm not left or right. I was born in a communist country in Eastern Europe. When I hear Americans complain about living under fascism is crazy. Well, communism is not fascism. I can totally understand living under an authoritarian regime and being worried about that and how that must have been tragic. I totally understand that.
Yeah, I feel for you, but we live in a police state.
And that's the thing, yeah. With the drug war, all you have to do is plant some extracts on somebody you don't like and they go off to prison for 10 or 15 years.
Back in the 80s, they used to lock people up for cocaine for a couple months, but if it was crack, it was 15 years.
Yeah.
The same fucking chemical.
We got another super chat here. MAGA supporters are traitors. Thank you, Ryan HNH8YX, for that. MAGA supporters are traitors. And just because I'm going to be nice, this guy did a $4.99 to the super chat earlier, so I'm going to say Gringo's. Gringo 20251. He says, I'm not left or right. I was born in a communist country in Eastern Europe. When I hear Americans complain about living under fascism is crazy. Thank you for that, Gringo. And thank you for supporting the channel. So if you want me to read something off here, send the super chat and I will read it off.
Love you, brother. Keep it up.
They seem to be having a great conversation over there, one-on-one. The guy said he's not left or right, so I want to, like I said, I appreciate him sending those super chats and supporting the channel. Thank you. Kaylee, I would say it's Saturday, and a lot of the people here work Monday, 9 to 5. Absolutely. I will go home and take a shower if you send $20. I'd probably take a shower either way, but... Well, no, I'll probably take a bath. I like a hot tub resting my back. Maybe put some THC bath salts in there. This is at the Bishop Henry Whipple Federal Building. And you can see the crowd's really starting to spill out now. There's a lot more packed before this. You couldn't even stand easily here. All right, Dylan, you gotta say something different, buddy. No, I was at a protest yesterday outside the governor's mansion in Minnesota, There's Tim Walz, who stays there, and he's a Democrat DFL guy. And they were protesting him because they don't think he's responded hard enough against ICE, that he was too tepid in his response. So I would say this is definitely more of a far left. But then you got everybody who's just average people, average Democrats that believe they need to stand up against ICE. You can see them all putting their hands up to their ears. It's because they have headsets in and they're being told something, probably from the police headquarters or sheriff headquarters.
I think they're into it. Yeah, I think they're all fucking into it. Yeah, you guys like this shit, don't you? I get fucking.
We are outside the federal building here in Minnesota, where ICE operates out of. I think there's FBI in there and also some Border Patrol. Hey, I'll be at any protest I can go to. This is good stuff. And yeah, so there was a protest against Tim Walz yesterday. You can check out that live stream. I have a couple shorts cut out from it too. And that protest was not about fraud. It was about him and his tepid response to ICE. Oh, great. Keefe, 1991. You're a year older than me. War is coming to the USA, the United States of America. Those who do have evil have taken over our military and police. They've cut us off from the rest of the world, so we can't call for help when they remove the Constitution. Thank you for that, Keefe, 1991. I agree, the Constitution is very important. This is not in Brooklyn Center. No, this is more by the Minneapolis airport, Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport. We're about a mile away from there. This is a Whipple federal building. Yeah, that protest was not about fraud. That's what I'm just letting you know. It was not a conservative protest against Tim Walz. It was a leftist protest, a leftist progressive protest against Tim Walz. And you know, one of the ladies that I know who's been part of the DFL for half a century now was actually upset with that protest and thought he's been doing a great job. So there is some fracturing going on the left and in Democrat circles about what the actual response to ICE should be. Okay, we're going to read off Keefe's again. War is coming to the USA. Those who do have evil have taken over our military and police. They've cut us off from the rest of the world, so we can't call for help when they remove the Constitution. Oh, you can see down there, there's police coming in riot gear. Okay, stuff's about to go down. That's why everyone's backing up here. I'm going to try and just post up here to get the best footage. I'm not going to run. I haven't done anything wrong. So I'm going to stay and see what goes on here. Well, it looks like they might just be securing the entrance that the vehicles go in and out of the Whipple building there. So it doesn't look like they're actually coming this way. One last time with Keefe's super chat. I really appreciate the $10 super chats. I'll read off more than once. War is coming to the USA. Those who do evil have taken over our military and police. They've cut us off from the rest of the world. So we can't call for help when they remove the Constitution. Thank you, Keefe. I really appreciate it. See some people walking back over here from that corner. I don't know, but there were protests against Tim Walz. So you say, why didn't they protest Obama? They were protesting Tim Walz yesterday outside the place he lives at the governor's residence, formerly called the governor's mansion. Nope, that protest was not about fraud or the Feeding Our Future or any of that kind of stuff. That protest was about his tepid response to ICE. They would have liked to use State Patrol and Border Patrol, or I mean not Border Patrol, but the National Guard to protect people who live here from being kicked out. All right, we've got Trump is a convicted felon and has dementia. So thank you for that. Strength and honor. 9589. He says Trump has dementia. You know, there is something to say with having our politicians be old, like with Biden too. You could tell his age was having issues, and they didn't give the Democrat Party.
Assembly, they're not telling you guys down here. They're declaring an unlawful assembly. Here's your warning.
This guy's finally starting to smile. I think he's happy that the unlawful assembly has been put through. He's like, yeah, now I can do something.
You voted for this. I know you did. It's okay, my mom doesn't love me either. And you, fuck you. You're gross. You're fucking gross. I'm sure your son, he's got an abortion. 2 of them. 2.
No, you can't. This is supposed to be like basic. Like, it's literally the basic of your fucking job to love your community.
That's the loudest horn I've heard.
You're the people that nobody gives a shit about. Nobody likes you. Yeah, you know what's unlawful? All of you, you're fucking assholes.
I would leave. Go home.
You should go home.
Why don't you go home?
Protecting the They murder us in the streets and you protect them.
You want to tell somebody to go home? Each and every one of you can get fucked. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Yes. Oh my God, you guys, this is so fun. Hey, are you guys going to jerk each other off after this or
Take your faces off, you fucking why you're here, but now this is unlawful assembly. Why are you coming? Because it's been declared unlawful assembly. You can therefore throw ice drunk. Yell those shut up, Mark. So everybody else, so everybody else read. You remember history and remember it's an unlawful assembly.
There's deputies that have been assaulted, and there's damage to property. People are breaking windshields. That's what we can't have, okay? That's why it's getting shut down.
So it turns out, yeah, they've declared this an unlawful assembly, which means it's turned into a riot, from their opinion.
Why do I have to leave? Unlawful assembly, we just declared it.
Well, I don't want to get arrested, so I'm probably going to take off here at some point.
We're declaring an unlawful assembly. They're not telling you on this side, but they're declaring an unlawful assembly. They're getting ready to arrest you guys.
Okay, I just got here, so...
Okay, it looks like there's more sheriffs inside that truck. Hey, officer, what's the rules with press? Does that include?
I am not doing anything unlawful, and I'm in a public place, so you can suck my dick. What's unlawful?
But the majority of people that were here were throwing things at every vehicle, including ice chunks, because the deputy was injured. And there's also one of us was injured, and ice chunks got thrown at one of our homes, and they're also breaking windshields. The windshield right there is broken.
Oh, okay. So he's saying that if you can look there on that cop car, the windshield is cracked. So there's been damage to police property, and that's why they're declaring it unlawful. I'm probably pushing my luck by standing here as long as I have been.
They want to do at least 2 announcements.
They made one announcement, the second announcement, and then if you don't leave after that second announcement, they're probably going to start arresting people. That's number 2.
Whatever happened to de-escalation, huh?
This is de-escalation, is what they think it
I've
is.
done nothing. I've done
So you can see I just got off the perch I was on.
De-escalate. Be the bigger person. You're supposed to be smarter than that. De-escalate.
Yeah, so they did the second announcement. I'm probably going to have to take off here. Yeah, it is. They are right about that. That guy he's been in a bad mood all day until now when he knows that he's being allowed to react and do something. Oh. Normally I would just leave here if I wasn't live streaming, but I do want to stick around to show what happens here for people. They said ice chunks were being thrown and silicon members would be the way I'd put it. Silicon members. were being thrown a lot. And actually, there was a guy, I have it on my stream before, who was on the side of anti-ice, and people were just throwing stuff at him, and they broke his windshield. And he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm on your side." And like the people didn't realize, you know. So I think we have to do a better job of making sure, like, before you do something, that you really know what's going on. So these sheriffs right now are just waiting to be told to go in, basically. This guy's got rubber bullets in his gun, loaded and ready to go. We got that on video before. This guy's got pepper spray. I'm sure it's going to start here soon, because there was 2 announcements that they were required to do.
Oh yeah, get in your car, warm up, buddy, warm up those little piggy feet.
I hope everyone is recording this from multiple angles. All of the people here peacefully protesting that they're getting ready to arrest all of us.
Yeah, what she said. The world is watching you, the ice is buckle, you know.
Hey, for everybody tuning in, we're outside the Whipple building here near the Minneapolis airport. It's a federal detention facility. There was supposed to be a press conference here by Jake Lang and some right-wingers that ended up not happening. I actually started my stream when they were getting set up in a U-Haul, and then the anti-ice protesters, about 5 or 6 of them, swarmed and tried to lock them in there, block them in.
Dedicating your entire life.
See, a lot of people are tending to leave now. And this is the Whipple Federal Building in Minnesota. You can actually see a drone up there. He says 1 minute till stuff goes down.
Everybody's behind the fence. That's what's unlawful.
You murder people every day.
So they're saying 1 minute till he starts using pepper spray and probably rubber bullets.
What are you going to do, Sheriff? You're going to be on the side with people?
Let me just show you guys the footage. This is why it's unlawful. Right here, they're saying because that windshield got damaged, that's why it's considered unlawful. And that's why they're saying they're going to break up this protest and that it's turned into a riot. Yeah, I'm not hearing any whose streets chants anymore. It looks like the police are asserting that it's their streets at this point.
Guess what we do?
Well, if you look back on my video, there definitely was some stuff going on. There was a guy who was anti-ICE who drove by with Nuremberg 2.0 on his in the back of his truck, and people actually attacked him, not realizing they thought he was a MAGA guy. They got some arrests going on right there. This guy's gonna come for me. He doesn't like me.
Shame on you! 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 Shame! 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 You Nazi! Shame on you! How can you go Minnesota?
Here, I'm trying to get the best angle for you guys.
These are your own people from your community that you are protecting. Shame! Shame! Shame!
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of police being moved in.
You are under arrest. Be seated where you are. I say again, you are under arrest. Be seated where you are.
God, there's people being tackled over here.
Y'all don't get out much, right? That's why you gotta be so harsh, you don't get out much. Fuck you!
Yeah, it looks like they're asserting that this is in fact not the protesters' streets, but this is the police.
You are under arrest. Be seated where you are and follow the directions of officers.
So I'm trying to keep the best footage for you guys without getting arrested myself.
This is Lieutenant Patrick Telmo of the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office. Due to the unlawful conduct and threat to public safety, I hereby declare this to be an unlawful assembly. You are in violation of Minnesota Statute 609.705, unlawful assembly. I am now issuing a public safety order to disperse and order all those assembled in the area of Federal Drive to immediately disperse and cease your unlawful behavior, which means to leave this area peaceably. If you do not do so, you may be arrested or subject to other police action. Other police action could include the use of chemical agents, the use of less lethal devices, and or crowd control tactics, which may inflict significant pain or result in serious injury.
Well, that does not sound fun.
Please leave the area to the south and west.
Alright, here they come. I gotta back up.
If you continue to obstruct, resist, or interfere with police officers, you will be violating Minnesota Statute 609.50, obstructing legal process, which will be an additional crime. Leave the area immediately.
They're complicit! Right here! Shame on you, you fascist Nazi!
You're a loser!
Shame! Shame! Shame!
Shame! Shame on you!
So they just arrested a bunch of people here. And honestly, you know, I'm really trying to be press here and show what's going on. That guy's got a press badge, I don't.
This is Lieutenant Patrick Telmo from the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office. You are under arrest. Please be seated where you are and follow the directions of officers. I say again, you are under arrest. Be seated where you are and follow the directions of officers.
Ohana Poku. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, they're chanting whose streets are streets over there. It doesn't really look like it's their streets right now. It looks like it's the sheriff's and the officers' streets at this point. They've asserted control and authority. They claim that because the windshield was broken and some other behavior that this has turned from a protest into a riot. Traffic was being impeded at some points, I will agree with that.
This is Lieutenant Patrick Telmo of the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office. Due to the unlawful conduct and threat to public safety...
There's press right there. Star Tribune, huh?
Unlawful. You are in violation of Minnesota Statute 609.705, unlawful assembly. I am now issuing a public safety order.
Are you guys worried about getting like arrested or pepper sprayed or anything? Yeah, no, I know that, but have they said anything about what press should do in this situation?
Well, I tried to get communication from one of them, another one threatened to arrest me earlier.
Yeah.
Now that we just got to stay out of their way.
Yeah, I thought we had a right to record, but maybe I'm wrong on that.
Yeah, they generally haven't, because I've been here a bunch of times where it gets really tense. They generally don't do anything with me.
Yeah.
Like, I try to make it very clear that I'm here with my camera and just recording shit.
Yeah.
And so they generally, like, don't try to, like, fuck with me.
Okay.
But yeah, you just gotta be careful.
Yeah. A Protestant? Do you mean protester? Yeah, I agree. A right to peacefully assemble, and I can understand why they think it went beyond that. There were people causing, like I said, there was a guy who had a Nuremberg 2.0 thing, so he was on the side of the anti-ICE protesters, and he got attacked. They were throwing silicon objects in and they broke his driver's side window, actually. And he was shouting like, "Do you know who I am? I'm on your side." So yeah, the police are definitely asserting control and authority here. You can see most everybody's backed up here. It looks like they've secured pretty much everything, except there's a parking lot back there where the people that I showed earlier, where they had shields up, and the one guy who had his shoelaces untied, they're over there, and they're grouped together, and they're ready to defend themselves against the police, I guess. So we're gonna see how that happens. And the thing is, when I was at the DFL caucuses in the precinct, they asked me as precinct chair to please try and keep these protests nonviolent. And I agree with that. That I try to do my best. I try to ask people to stay out of the blocking, impeding traffic. to not be in people's faces and yelling. That type of high energy doesn't solve anything. Oh, hot chocolate sounds really good after this. I agree. And the thing is, this is a Democrat state. So you got Democrat governor, you have a Democrat mayor. Hennepin County's Democrat. I think we're still in Hennepin County. I could be wrong. You can see we're right by the airport here, not too far away. And there was actually a protest at the governor's mansion yesterday. There was a leftist protest against Governor Walz for his tepid response to ICE. Apparently, they want state police and the National Guard to resist Trump and federal officers, was what they were asking of. And I just don't think you can ask that out of the Democrat politicians. Trump and the Republic, they got federally elected to office, and that's the problem with elections, is they have consequences. So if you want different type of behavior than ICE, you have to win an election. That's how you peacefully do it. When people are chanting, this is what democracy looks like, I personally disagree. I think democracy looks like using the primaries, the caucuses, showing up and participating in government. We need to keep these protests peaceful, or else that just gives ammo to people who want to send in a federal insurgency. When you break cop windows, that distracts from the point. And there also has to be a better way for people to protest, or in the crowd, protesters, to police their own, to stop it from getting to a riot. I don't know, chat. You tell me if I'm wrong here, if I'm going off base on my rant. But how should we, as a progressive, deal with this situation? And then the other thing is, too, you had right-wingers driving by trying to antagonize the crowd and get a response of stuff getting thrown at them. They know that there's going to be stuff thrown at them, and that's why they do it. Because then the protest gets turned into an unlawful assembly, like has happened. These are the Star Tribune press taking pictures. So it seems that the police are respecting First Amendment rights, and they're focused on people who have really been increasing the temperature of the protest. And yeah, I do agree, we have to stop falling for agitators, but how do we identify these people? You know, and what do we do when they do something? It's not, we can't really do a citizen's arrest. The best we can do is try and maybe shame them, like point and say, hey, this person is being violent. This person is causing damage to police property. We have to stop that. You can protest against stuff without getting violent. What was my attitude? I'm on stream trying to get the crowd back out of the road. You can go look back at the stream and see me trying to say, hey, get out of the road. This is going to be declared an unlawful assembly. You see these people back there. Yeah, but I wasn't impeding traffic. It's illegal to impede traffic. I don't own a gun, so, and I don't plan on owning a gun. It's a Saturday, okay? There's a lot more people here because it's the weekend. So these cars are being told to leave. They've been parked there for a long time. Well, the leftism isn't a unified force. There's disagreement in leftist circles. And this goes back for a long time. If you go back to the 1948 DFL convention, Hubert Humphrey, basically, his wife got spit on. He was attacked by the communists in that party. And he worked with Walter Mondale and others to form what was called the Diaper Brigade. And they out-organized the left and took power over the DFL. And they did that by, it was an oath to the party. You can't work for another party like the Communist Party or the Democrat Socialists of America Party or the Libertarians or whatever and be a DFLer. You have to be on one specific, when you're a DFLer and at the primary, you have to be DFL through and through the election. You can't be switching sides. And that's how he was able to wrestle control, because a lot of these people would be active in communist circles, especially during the mid-40s and late 40s. And then as the Cold War went on, support for communism really went down. But what we have to worry about is in World War II, the nexus of fascism was destroyed. Italy and Germany and also Spain, the fascists were kicked out. But nothing like that happened with modern communism. We still have a nexus of communism in China, which has huge resources, and just like the CIA attempts to control elections in foreign countries, to think China isn't doing it here or supporting certain groups, I think is ignorant. And there's a speech by Hubert Humphrey when he says, you can be a progressive, you can be a liberal without being a communist. And we're not a communist party, we're a liberal progressive party, and the people will not accept communism. And more so, we don't want communism because it's wrong. That's what Hubert Humphrey said. And that battle was fought years ago. Over 50 years ago, 60 years ago, this battle was fought. But it seems to be coming back. And that's why I've engaged in the DFL, because I believe in progressive liberal values. But I don't believe in socialism or communism. I never was screaming anything. Maybe I said I want the drug war to end, yes, but that was about it. I think it's a violation of our inalienable right to pursue happiness, God-given. Progressive liberal values. Yeah, it's about freedom, individual liberty, a backup, so food stamps, healthcare, that kind of thing. Not a militarized police state. We want police to focus on violent crime, on sexual assault, on serious property crime. But going after people for pursuing happiness with a plant or plant extract would be not something we like as a liberal progressive. That's how I would put it. No, the difference with blood diamonds is there's blood behind it. If somebody grows a plant and then uses that plant or plant extract to pursue happiness, nobody is harmed. But under our current system of prohibition, people are harmed. And it also puts law enforcement in danger's way because it empowers the cartels. And then when terrorists and foreign adversaries are using their black ops in America, they have these safe houses that have been funded through the drug trade. Untraceable money set up, all ready to go with weapons and whatnot. So it actually puts America at risk having the drug war. It doesn't make it safer. Well, actually, the defunding the police failed at the ballot in Minneapolis. So we did not defund the police here in Minnesota. That is not true. And as you can see, they look like they're pretty well armed. They looked well trained. So I don't see any defunding going on. And that's also why I wanted to film that protest against Tim Walz, because I don't agree with it. I think Tim Walz is trying to do what he can between being in a rock and a hard place. Hey, if you want to give me a super chat, I'll say it. God, this crowd has really calmed down. Yeah, drugs, you can speak for yourself, but they help me. I have chronic pain from injuries, and they help me. And that's actually a law that got passed pretty recently, is when you get arrested in Minnesota, they are required to continue the medication regimen you were on in jail. So they can't just put somebody into withdrawal or whatever if they get arrested, which I think is a really good addition to what's happening. And the sheriff's organization was pretty upset about it. Like, oh no, we can't just put people in withdrawal anymore. That's terrible. And it's like, well, medicine is medicine, you know? Just because somebody gets arrested, we're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. Coldfire 840, thank you for the super chat. He says, to keep it peaceful, the group needs to immediately rebuke agitators from the start. No throwing, no impediment, no personal threats. That's hard to do, because when it's just one of you standing up against a whole crowd that's angry, it's hard to do. So I'd love to organize with people that want to keep these protests peaceful. It was clear the numbers today were on the side of the anti-ICE protesters. So when stuff is thrown and it's declared an unlawful assembly, all it does is empower the side that you're fighting against, the right-wingers that you came here to advocate against and protest against. They had, what, 10 people show up? So the only way they could win is by agitating people into throwing stuff at vehicles, impeding the roadway, which they successfully did. I didn't do anything. I just recently entered into politics in the DFL. I've tried for years to do stuff in the Libertarian Party, but it's just fallen apart in Minnesota. And that's another thing that I've disagreed with protests before. I've been at a Trump protest when they're chanting "Eat the Rich," and I disagree with that. I don't think capitalism is this evil thing. I'm more of a Robert Wright guy, where we have to fix capitalism and protect people on the margins and redirect money from, I'd say, the military, because we haven't had an open conflict with a major power in years, and our military is already far advanced between anything anybody else has. So, and we can't afford it either. We're almost 40 trillion in debt nationally. It's insane. All right, so to give an update over here, they seem to be cordoning off stuff and trying to get a... I don't know exactly why they're setting up this yellow tape. Are they saying that they're allowing stuff behind it to continue as a protest? Oh, I did hear about rapper Lil Jon's son. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. They said that it's not supposed to be foul play, but I don't know if that's true or not. I grew up listening to Lil Jon, and I really feel bad for his family and everything they have to go through. Yeah, how am I going to get over there? The police are right here. I'm not going to go through their ranks. This guy has a sign saying he's not a paid protester. Dude, I've almost died multiple times in my life. I'm not scared of anything. If they want to arrest me, they're going to arrest me, but I'm not worried because I haven't done anything illegal. And I've live streamed my entire actions today, so... There's nothing in the Constitution that says you need a press pass to be a member of the press.
I hereby declare this to be an unlawful assembly. You are in violation of Minnesota Statute 609.705, unlawful assembly.
Okay, so there's
public safety order to disperse and order all those assembled in the area of Federal Drive and the transit parking lot to immediately disperse and cease your unlawful behavior. This means you need to leave this area peaceably immediately. If you do not do so, you will be arrested or subject to other police action. Other police action could include the use of chemical agents, the use of less lethal devices, and or crowd control tactics.
Oh, we got another super chat.
And result in serious
Amy Nerd, thank you so much for that support. I really appreciate it.
You need to do so immediately. If you do not leave, you are under arrest. If you continue to obstruct, resist, or interfere with police officers, you will be violating Minnesota Statute 609.0.50, obstruction of legal process, which is an additional crime. Leave the area immediately. You are now under arrest. I say again, you are under arrest. Be seated where you are and follow the directions of police officers.
So there's half the crowd is leaving there. They don't want to get arrested, but there's a hardcore group there with these shields that say, "We keep us safe," who are not going to move. So there was a protest here. It started out as a protest against ICE, but there was also a right-wing press conference that Jake Lang posted on X saying he was going to do a press conference in support of ICE here today. That ended up not happening. I got here, right when I got here, there was a U-Haul van with anti-Islamic banner on it. Protesters went in front trying to block off that U-Haul and the SUV that was with them, and they actually drove through the protesters and pushed them out of the way with their vehicles. And that really ramped up the energy, but that was over on the north lot, not over here where the majority of the protesters were. And then after that, there was some clearly anti-ICE protesters, so not the right-wingers, I'll just say right-wingers, right? They were driving by, and then people would be throwing dildos at them
I declare this to be an unlawful assembly.
and antagonize the crowd. And then the crowd started spilling out over into the road more and more, which started impeding traffic. And then eventually a police cop car windshield got broken as well. So with all that together, they declared an unlawful assembly. There's even a guy who was on the side of the protesters here who drove by, and they assumed he was a MAGA guy.
Or other crowd control tactics which may inflict significant pain or result.
And they were throwing dildos, and somebody actually broke his driver's side window, and he's like yelling, "Do you know who I am? I'm on your side, stop." And it took at least a good minute, 60 seconds for the crowd to realize who he is, and then ask the other people to stop assaulting the guy, basically.
And follow the directions of officers.
And then even once some people were like, realized he was on the side of the protesters, they still were like yelling at him and upset with him. And he's like, "What? Like, I'm on your side." So once again, I was elected precinct chair of my DFL caucus, and they specifically asked me to let the protesters know to stay nonviolent. They do not want violence to be happening. And by violence, it doesn't just have to be against people. It can be against property as well. You can be violently attacking property.
You are under arrest. Be seated where you are and follow the directions of officers.
See, we got more officers coming in because they probably arrested everybody that they could. And oh, yep, they're going in for more here. So that hardcore crowd that was carrying signs are being taken down right now. They don't seem to be interfering with the press at all with the cameras, which, you know, it seems like yep, they're taking him down right now.
You are under arrest. Be seated where you are and follow the directions of officers. You are under arrest. Be seated where you are and follow the directions of officers.
Well, I wouldn't say that this protest was a complete failure because they did stop the... You can see the officer carrying one of the signs right there. They did stop the right-wing press conference that was supposed to happen today. So that side of the protest was accomplished. But as far as being able to keep this a peaceful protest, I think they lost in that aspect. And we have to be truthful when there is damage happening to cars and say that these protests are turning into riots. Okay, here comes the perp walk. Somebody's screaming over there. So the crime is that this was declared an unlawful assembly and they were told to disperse. There's multiple announcements towards that. And they decided to stay, and they were not willing to give up ground. And so it looks like the police were able to outnumber and maneuver and arrest them. There we go. Looks like maybe that might be one of their ringleaders or something, because they've got 2 sheriffs for 1 guy. I wonder why. Okay, now it's just 1. An assembly can turn if it becomes violent. That's the thing. Our Constitution says we have the right to peacefully assemble. When it becomes a riot, that we lose that right, and we have to then break up and disperse and come back later. We need to have a better way to identify people who are driving the protest towards a riot and basically excise them out. This is an anti-ICE protest at the Whipple building, but there's also a right-wing press conference scheduled for today. No, we're more by Fort Snelling, not Fort Knox. Fort Snelling is actually where the Scotts got married. So if you've heard of the Dred Scott decision, they actually got married at Fort Snelling, and then when he returned south, and then he was not considered a free man anymore, and he was put back into slavery, actually. So that's where the Dred Scott decision comes from that led to the Civil War. Oh, it looks like it took 4. They're just carrying her. You'd think that they would have like something that they have for medical, what are those, the wheelie things? Put her on a platform or something, because carrying her by her four appendages. She looks a little bit too heavy to be doing that. That could cause damage. And I really don't mean that disparagingly. I'm more just talking about her safety. Yeah, gurney. There you go. That's the word. Put her on a gurney. That would be safer. Well, some people aren't going to comply, for better or for worse. That's what happens, and they should be ready for that situation. She's not going to walk. She is refusing to walk. They were carrying her by a limb each. So this is pretty much the action, guys. I think this is pretty much done. I'm going to do a lawful dispersion myself here. Trying to do my First Amendment. Freedom of press here. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about shaming her. No, I'm just trying to say that we should do this so that we don't harm her. And that's why a gurney should probably be used. Man, I have empathy for everybody. You can't take that Minnesota nice out of me. People are chanting, no more Minnesota nice. No, I'm going to continue to have it. I'm going to try and be the nicest guy I can. Be a happy warrior like Hubert Humphrey or Paul Wellstone. And for everybody here, I'd really appreciate the like and subscribe. Yeah, the police have not been aggressive at all towards any press that I've seen. They've been doing a very good job on that, from what I've seen. Okay, you said we can be 6 feet away.
You're hurting me. I can't get up with my head by my bed. You guys still have to help me up. Shit.
I'm probably about double that at 12 foot. Okay, now she is voluntarily going in, so.
Do not grab me. Do not grab me. I'm breathing. I'm breathing. Do not be aggressive with me. I'm not touching you. I'm not kicking. I am getting it. Don't put your hand on my head. Do not touch me. Do not touch me.
All right, she's in. So, as you can see, the people chanting our streets, that's pretty much done with. The police have asserted control, the sheriff's department, and they control everything. And yeah, it is a mess, man. This was a great protest that was going on. This was a great protest, and then people just had to destroy police equipment. Yeah, this was just packed with people. There's thousands of people here, and now it's pretty much, other than the police and the detainees and a handful of press. It was thousands, trust me. I was walking around. It was at least 1,000 people, if not more. Yes, sir. You see the press getting the shots of what went down today. And what these press probably don't know is that there was the right-wingers that put up the banner, and they actually hit protesters. They, in a U-Haul, they hit protesters, and I have it on camera on my stream. If you go to the start of my stream, look at that. They haven't gotten rid of all of them. There were literally hundreds of these things being thrown at cars earlier today. And I don't know if it was ice or one of these things that broke the windshield, but a windshield did get broken. I hope for these protesters' sake they can get them somewhere warm. It was a peaceful protest for the vast majority of it. And then what happened was you had people driving up and down this road who were clearly, Trumpers, MAGA, and they were antagonizing the crowd, getting a reaction out of them, and the crowd did give them that reaction they wanted. So we have to figure out how to keep the people trying to take our peaceful protest and agitate it into something unlawful and stop that from happening. The U-Haul, I don't know who was the organization behind it. All I can tell you is they had an anti-Islamic thing on the side of it. I don't even remember what it was, but it was something against Islam and Muslims. And then the anti-ICE protesters saw that and started to block them off with their bodies and cars. And then they saw an opening where there weren't cars, but there were people, and they drove into the people. And they got shoved out of the way by the U-Haul and the SUV. That is at the start of my live stream. So I followed this for about an hour and a half now. I got here at about 11:30 Central Time. We are in Minnesota by the Bishop Henry Whipple Federal Building. There has been protests going on here for a while now because of ICE. No, the vehicle was not moving when they got in front of it. The vehicle actually started moving after the protesters were in front of it, and they hit them with the U-Haul. So I expect that's going to be on national news tonight. So yeah, the protesters did not walk in front of the U-Haul with the anti-Islamic phrasing on it when it was moving. It was stopped at that point. And I think they realized that they were about to get swarmed, and that's why they made the decision to drive the vehicle into a standing pedestrian. Well, they walked in front of the U-Haul, but it wasn't moving at that point. Somebody said walking in front of a moving vehicle. It was not a moving vehicle at that point. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who's given a like and subscription. Especially to everybody who's done a super chat. I really appreciate the super chats. I want to keep doing this, doing more of giving people a true, honest look at what's happening here in Minnesota, because this is really becoming a battleground state. Yeah, this processing is taking a while, and there's quite a line of people here. It looks like there's going to be about 100 detainees. So to say there weren't thousands here when there's 100 detainees, I think is pretty ridiculous. There's clearly thousands of protesters here. All right, so Rooted in Don says, don't get mad at the state police. They're not ICE. Thank you, Rooted in Don, for that super chat.
Yeah, over here. Over here.
Hey, the person saying we should research history, I totally agree. History is very important. Know the history. My favorite document is the Declaration of Independence. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are inalienable God-given rights. Inalienable means they cannot be taken from us, and they are inherent. If you super chat $50, I'll figure out how to get inside one. Oh man, I try to practice what I preach. As far as democracy goes, I've been involved with the DFL. I got elected precinct chair for my caucus out in Brooklyn Center. 2-year term. And when I was at that caucus, I was specifically asked by multiple members about keeping the protests nonviolent, that they don't want to give an excuse to Trump and MAGA that they can send in federal troops and declare an insurrection. Well, there's one EMS going by there. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Stay strong, stay strong.
So the EMS is here. That is good. Making sure nothing serious happens, or if something does serious happen, medical-wise, they're here to help. Because I know standing here and not being able to move around, it does get cold in this wind. And some of these protesters look a little bit underdressed. I don't think they were expecting to get arrested and get stuck standing in a line for this long. That's one thing I would like to see out of the law enforcement here, if they could figure out a way how to get these people in somewhere heated. I'd really appreciate that. I understand if they, have been told to arrest these people, but now that they've been detained, get them somewhere warm. That guy doesn't seem happy he got arrested. Well, we have, even if somebody's charged with a crime or whatever, they have the right to not have cruel and unusual treatment. And I would say it's cruel to keep people outside at too long of a level. So that's my hope, is that we get these people somewhere warm, and then they can get access to a lawyer and figure it out. Another member of the press right there, getting footage of that. Yep, there were hundreds of those being thrown earlier. Here we got Rooted and Done. ICE supporters, please learn the Bill of Rights. Your first 10 amendments in the Constitution. Pay close attention to the 1st, 4th, and 10th. And then tell me how you're supporting America while supporting ICE's behavior. Thank you so much for that super chat, Rooted and Done. I really appreciate it. Say that one again, since it's a big $20 super chat. ICE supporters, please learn the Bill of Rights, your first 10 amendments in the Constitution. Pay close attention to the 1st, 4th, and 10th amendments, and then tell me how you're supporting America while supporting ICE's behavior. Thank you so much for that super chat. Hey, you can speak your mind in this chat with your First Amendment, but please be respectful. That's all I ask. David says, ICE supporters would need to be able to read first, in response to that other super chat. Thank you for that, David. Yeah, I hear some of the detainees saying they can't feel their hands. I bet they are cold right now. It is cold. I'm cold. We need to get them somewhere warm. Hey, whether you think it's lawful, if they got arrested legally, lawful, or any of that, now that they're under detention, they need to have their needs met, because they are not responsible for that anymore. The sheriffs are. So my hope would be that we get them somewhere warm, because that's what matters. Whatever punishment the court and the jury decides, that is what it is, but we shouldn't be punishing them by making them cold and standing in the cold for too long. So I would ask, who's ever in charge to please try and get this process going as fast as we can and get people somewhere warm. It looks like there's a lot of vehicles available, so I would say just get these vehicles and get them inside a vehicle. Yeah, it probably will be a petty misdemeanor. You're probably right about that for the majority of these. Because I don't think they were able to isolate exactly who was causing physical damage at this point. All right, Barry Snyder said, "Hi, I'm just seeing this. Could you please summarize where you are and what is happening?" So we are at the Whipple, outside the Whipple Federal Building here in Minnesota. not too far from the airport. And there was a protest here against ICE at 10 a.m. And there was a right-wing press conference scheduled here for noon. And protesters here were wanting to disrupt and stop that press from happening. When I first got here, the right-wingers had an anti-Islamic banner on a U-Haul that they rented. And protesters saw this and swarmed to block in that U-Haul and SUV from leaving. At that point, the U-Haul driver hit the gas and drove forward into the protesters and pushed them out of the way. One of the protesters responding by ripping off the windshield wiper. And I have that at the start of my stream. So from the minute I got here, there was stuff going on. All right, since we got that $20 super chat, I'm going to read it again because I really appreciate the super chats, especially those big dollar ones. ICE supporters, please learn the Bill of Rights, your first 10 amendments in the Constitution. Pay close attention to the 1st, 4th, and 10th amendments, and then tell me how you're supporting America while supporting ICE's behavior. Thank you so much for that super chat. I heard one of the detainees say that they forgot their medicine and they need it or else they become dangerous. So he might need psychotic meds. But the good thing is, when you get arrested here in Minnesota, they're required to prescribe you the same meds you were given outside. So hopefully they'll be able to get him some medicine once he gets inside the jail and nobody gets hurt. 'Cause we don't want to see anybody be a danger to themselves or others. We got state troopers here, along with the sheriffs. So multi-agency response.
That's what it takes, yeah.
Yeah, when I was at the Tim Walz protest yesterday, and it was not a conservative protest against Tim Walz over fraud. It was actually a protest against Tim Walz for his tepid response to ICE and the Border Patrol insurgency into Minnesota ordered by MAGA. And at that protest with Tim Walz, they were, they wanted to acknowledge, and the crowd did acknowledge there, that it was on stolen land. So it shows you what type of protest it was. It was a leftist protest against Tim Walz, who is a Democrat. And he's been, I think he's been calling out ICE since day one. So it's interesting that they would protest him. And a lot of the mainstream Democrats that I know were not in favor of that protest and thought that we should be supporting Tim Walz. It's a good tomato. Really calm down here from the action that was going on before.
And I'm like interviewing people and they keep making like sexual references and I'm like,
well, if you want to see here, there's plenty of members of the press here. I'm kind of hanging out back here, not trying to impede anything. But I'm starting to get really cold myself. It seems that everything's kind of coming to an end here. So I'm going to head back to my vehicle and get out of here. You can see there's a big grouping of police over here. Hey, I'm pressed. I'm just heading back to my vehicle now that everything's died down. No, I'm at the north lot. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Yep, thank you.
right down this way.
Yep. Well, they seem to recognize me as press buddy, so you can say I'm not press all you want, but I seem to get along just fine with the officers as a member of the press. And I've been recording stories and news on this kind of stuff for years now. So you can go back and look on my channel, you know, with the George Floyd, when the protest turned into a riot, I was there. Captured that on film. The other day, I shouldn't say the other day, but about 6 months ago, there was somebody who was drunk and was during a police chase, crashed into a random person's fence, and he was actually shooting at police, and I was there recording that. That's on my channel as well. Yeah, except I've been doing this forever, man. I do stringers. Go look up what a stringer is. Shout out to Koala Media. Go check out Koala Media. A lot of good stuff is there.
Guys, this has all been declared an unlawful assembly.
Do you know where the parameter is?
I think it's all from here to the transit station. So they're asking where the perimeter was of what's declared an unlawfully assembly, and that would be everything that I just walked by to. There's a light rail station. Since you are with the Minnesota protests, I do have a Music Don's early playlist on my channel. I made in solidarity for you guys. Stay warm. Thank you so much for that, Ruta Don. I really appreciate it. Some type of puppet here and it's hanging. This artwork.
I'll come down here for a few hours.
Well, yeah, you got to pick a side. I mean, CNN's biased, Fox News is biased, Newsmax is biased. I have my own biases. I'm not going to lie about that.
Oh no, you're not one of them. And she starts laughing, and she loved the sign because she's looking around at all the cups that she works with.
I try to be as unbiased as I can be, but it's not exactly easy to do.
You're a horrible piece of shit. You are an embarrassment to your fucking family. You should stop and think about how you're living your life right now. Fuck you.
So the protest isn't completely done. People are still out here. Now we've made it to the transit station. This is where this is not considered an unlawfully assembly. Anything back beyond this point, so probably across the road over there, maybe over there, they'll start arresting people. You can see the police still blocking traffic here, only allowing certain people in. This guy is upset with the cop. Well, pretty much all the protesters have left. We had maybe a handful left, 20 protesters, maybe 30 that haven't been arrested. But it's pretty much done. And you can see here the Whipple building is next to the Minnesota Air National Guard, I think. Yeah, the airlift wing, because we're not far from the airport. I don't know why you think I've picked the Nazi sides. I'm saying we need to organize and politically engage in your local party, political party, whatever you believe in, whether it's the DFL, Democrats, Libertarian, Green Party, the Legalized Marijuana Now Party, Republicans, whatever. Do what you can to make the world a better place, and try to remember that we all have inalienable God-given rights, and that government is supposed to be made for the people, not against the people. All right, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm going to end the stream here. I'm heading back towards the north lot. This is where originally it went down, where the U-Haul was at. The U-Haul that had anti-Islamic, anti-Muslim language on the side of it. It had a banner up. And they were just setting that up when I pulled in the parking lot. And some of the anti-ICE protesters noticed and started to block in the U-Haul and the people there. And they got in front of the vehicle with their bodies, and then the U-Haul drove into them and pushed them out of the way. Luckily, nobody got ran over, but that could happen. But one of the protesters that was being hit by the U-Haul responded by ripping the windshield wiper off that U-Haul. So they're probably going to have to pay damages when they return the thing. It was this parking lot here in the north lot of the Fort Snelling Park and Ride where it happened. So thank you everybody for the super chats. Thank you for the likes and subscribes. Follow me again. I'm going to be staying on top of this story for a while now, and I'm also going to be engaging in politics as my precinct chair. I really appreciate it. Much love from Minnesota to you all.